This is not to take a shot at old people. Old people are good for advice and counseling and consulting. They are not good to put your future in the hands of. It is not good for our future to be in the hands of a bunch of people with one foot in the grave. Come on, think about it. What do you care about the future? You're not going to be here. So you got a bunch of people who may be fighting for your cause, but they're fighting for you right now. And if you catch them off guard, they'll tell you, what the hell I care about the future? I only care about right now. I might not be here tomorrow. And they're programmed to think like that. Tomorrow's not promised. I might not be here tomorrow. I don't care about tomorrow. So don't put your hands in the future of someone whose mind basically is telling you they don't care about the future. They don't care about tomorrow. Why would you put your future in their hands? There's a rare small bunch that believe in legacy and leaving something behind. Those are the only ones, the only exception to this rule. I don't care if they're 25 and they believe tomorrow's not promised. You got to live for today. Forget about tomorrow. Tomorrow will take care of itself. Their job should not be taking care of the future. That should not be a post that they were elected to or hired for. Come on now, are you insane? Oh, yeah, that's right, you are. Well, hey, it can be fixed. And the good part is you can fix it yourself. Now, you know what I'm telling you is. You can feel sympathetic because they're our parents, they're our grandparents, and we love them. What's love got to do with it? Listen to is there. You say that there's an age when you are too young for things, and you acknowledge that, and you place laws based on that. Well, but you don't have none in place to say that you're too old for things, and there's no laws in place for that. And everything has two sides. Everything has double perspective now, and because there is such thing as being too old for something. The same rules apply that you apply to the young. It should not be based on age. It should be based on ability. Okay, they're not coordinated enough to do some things. They just learned how to walk a few years ago, and on and on. Well, these people aren't coordinated no more, and they can't hardly walk anymore. So whatever rules apply down there should apply to someone in the same condition. Do you understand? The young people's minds don't work that good. You believe they haven't learned enough, so their mind doesn't work that good. Their memory bank doesn't have that much in it yet. They need to build up some more memory. Well, this person is becoming senile, and their memory bank isn't all of that. Okay, and it doesn't have in it anymore enough. Do you understand what I'm saying? There's a place and a time for everyone and everything. Things out of place get messy, and we have a big mess here to clean up. We don't have time for your sentimental uh, opinions. This is what is. Age should not be a factor. Ability and condition should be a factor. Now, what I'm saying is state of mind first before physical ability and everything else. So-called experience or whatever is in state of mind. Still goes back to state of mind first. Someone who says they do not care about tomorrow. Tomorrow's not promised. Let tomorrow take care of itself. And any of those statements is not a person that you want to put your future welfare in the hands of. And they don't have to come up to you and say it. When you look at them standing up there behind the podium lying to you, you can look at their face and tell if they're one of these people who say that. So don't vote for them. They're not gonna come out and tell you I'm one of those people he was talking about. They're gonna come out and try to give you the opposite impression because they listen to these notes too. Listen to their speech. They changed their speech from telling everybody they're the backbone of America group by group to trying to predict what I'm going to say, trying to tailor around what I am saying. Watch them. They're a bunch of actors. They're going to mimic me. They're not even going to be able to change the words. Watch them. So I'm going to post this note further down the line so that they don't have time to get out of the trap or out of the hole that they're digging. I'm going to let them do it first before they hear this. So make sure you know the mind state of the person that you're voting for, not the act or song and dance they're trying to sell you with their little small glimpses you see on TV or when they come to visit. When they come to visit, unless you're some kind of new kind of fool, everyone knows he's just up there trying to tell us what he thinks we want to hear. You know this already. You came for the free food. Keep it real. Now, who you gonna vote for though? Since you know this is a circus. Right now you're feeling like, hey, I wouldn't even vote for me. So who or am I gonna vote for? It's time we do get this out. If your real intentions is to get it together, you don't care if you're the one that does it or someone else does it. If you really desire for it to get done, it's gonna show. If you're on some ego trip, you've retired from business now, but you still crave power, or you've been in power so long, you're gonna want to give it up. So it stands to reason that a lot of people behind this death dealing are these old guys because they don't give a damn about tomorrow. They're trying to make a quick buck today. They're trying to party today, be surrounded by young women, and they need the money. They need to be held in a high esteem. They need credit. They're losing their faculties and they're losing their personal abilities, so they must compensate with exterior things. So you're wondering who's behind these things that are becoming clear now: mass genocide and poisoning of the population and population control. You better believe it's not some young virile guy with the future in front of him. Why? What could he gain? What could he gain by destroying his future in the world? Only someone with a terminal illness or a term period. Feel me? Someone, hey, I probably won't live a couple more years. And they definitely, when someone says they know they're not going to live another 20 years. So anything beyond 20 years, they don't care about. All right? It's anything beyond 10, some don't care about. And if they have a terminal illness with 6 months to live, they don't give a damn. I'm going to leave my people super rich, even if I got to kill 1 million people to do it. 1 billion people. I'm going to leave mine secure, not realizing that they're killing their own, that it will trickle around, that it will eventually, if you put something in the ghetto, your kids' friends come slumming in the ghetto and it will make it back to your neighborhood, to your child. This what these old farts didn't think about. They weren't old farts then anyway. That's what I'm trying to tell you. It's not all about age, except for that's the biggest part of this group. But there are other people raised from birth All of us in a certain race, we were fed this crap. Tomorrow's not promised. You have to take care of today. You can't worry about tomorrow. Don't think about tomorrow. And look what happened to our future. We didn't plan it well. We didn't set goals well. Even when people start teaching us to do this, we have been programmed that the future just doesn't matter. So all of our young live like tomorrow don't matter because they have a friend who died at 14 years old. I could die tomorrow. It's been planted in their head. Why should I care about the future? I could go any day now. So they end up with no future. They're still alive. That's what you can call it. I wouldn't call it living. I might call it surviving. You know, eating enough, drinking enough, the heart still pumping. It's not really living. And this is not to take a shot at old people. Just like when you say a child's too young and you give the list of reasons why, you're not taking a shot at children. Only old people going to try to say that. You know, let me remind you of the tricks that people, the games people play. If you don't like them, if you don't like them, they try to make it gang related. Okay, if you don't like them, you don't like fat people. If you don't like them, you don't like gay people. If you don't like them, you don't like black people. You don't like white people. You don't like this, you don't like that. It, trying to smokescreen the fact that you may not just not like them. So they can't have the job. Okay, unless I'm mistaken, all jobs have are for the future. They're making a product for someone to buy down the line. They're planting grass and trees to provide air for people later because it's going to take time to mature. Almost everyone working on anything is working towards something, and working towards something can only be the future. So there's really no room for anyone with this mental illness, this informational mental problem. Okay, it has to be fixed or they have to be fired. It's not productive, it's counterproductive. And we definitely don't need a leader like that. Nowhere, not even a leader of the Boy Scouts.